Welcome to EdTech 503. I'm looking forward to getting to know each of you as we traverse the world of instructional design. This course is a project-based course, which means the majority of your grade will be based on a semester-long project. However, there are lots of other assignments that you'll have to work on. We'll have reading assignments every week. We'll have presentations every few weeks, and we'll have discussions every few weeks. We'll also do some peer review work, and we'll do some other things in the course. So, yes, it's a project-based course, but there are other parts of the course that are graded as well. So, let's take a look at the design of the course. I want to give credit, I did not design this course. The instructor that taught this course last semester, Jesus, I'm not sure of his name, but he was the course designer, not me. So let's talk about the current design. The current design of the course is, as I said before, a project-based course with an instructional design project that starts at the very beginning of the semester and runs through the very end of the semester. We also have weekly chapter readings and case analysis that we have to do. And then we do have some collaborative teamwork activities and the peer evaluations and feedback. And I'll go into a little bit of detail on those, but there's also some written description of these feedbacks. So for the instructional design project, that project is divided into 4 components: report number 1, report number 2, report number 3, and then a reflective paper. Report number 1 will be include the topic that you've selected to do your instructional design project based on, your goal statement, and a description of your audience. Who are you designing this project for? Also, as part of report number 1, you'll have your analysis report. Your analysis report will include a needs assessment survey, your needs assessment data, an analysis of your learners, analysis of the learning context, analysis of the performance context, and analysis of the content, which will be a flow diagram. Report number 2 will include part 3 of this whole project, and part 3 is your planning stages, the rationale for the project, your learning objectives, an objectives matrix table, your ARCS table. ARCS is motivation, attention, relevance, comprehension, and satisfaction. So you'll learn a little bit about the ARCS model, Keller's ARCS model, as you do your readings through the course. You'll also include in part 3 the instructor guide, which is your report number in report number 2. Your learner content, which is the learner materials and your assessment materials, and selecting technologies that support the instruction. What instructional tools are you actually going to use? So all of that information will go in report number 2. In report number 3, which is part 4 of the project, it will be your evaluation and your evaluation plan. How are you actually going to evaluate? A description of your subject matter expert, an evaluation survey or a rubric depending on what tools you use, a report from your subject matter expert, and your designer's response to review. And then the reflective paper. You'll write a reflective paper about the process, and there's a big description of that in the course description. And there's also a big outline called the project called Project Outline Spring 2015, and that will give you a very detailed look at this instructional design project that will start at the beginning of the semester and go through the end semester. Feedback. I'll talk a little bit about feedback. Every time you turn in a position or a project or report number 1, I will email another student's report to you, and you will provide the student with feedback. I'll get to see your feedback and kind of give you some evaluations on your feedback, as well as I'll provide feedback to the students. So you'll get every student will evaluate each other, just one student, and a portion of the report. So report number 1 will have peer review feedback, and we'll have a whole week to work on that. Report number 2 will have peer review feedback, and you'll get a week to work on that feedback, as well as report number 3 will get feedback. So I think with all the feedback from your peers, as well as feedback from the instructor, I think you'll find that this is a great way to refine and edit as you go through your instructional design project. Presentations. There's a lot of information about presentations. At the beginning of the semester, based on your introductions, I'm going to divide you into communities or collaborative working groups. And these communities will have specific chapters and case studies to work on, and you'll provide us with 3 questions which will become the discussion topics for the next discussion. And each group will have to do 1 presentation, and that presentation will be based on your analysis of the chapters that you read and the cases that you studied. There's a very detailed information on this as well in the first section of the course. Each group will only have to do 1 presentation, and your presentation material will be placed in VoiceThread. You'll create slides, and you can create them as a group through Google Docs and create a slide presentation. You can use that slide presentation to add the slides to a VoiceThread introduction. Every group member must be responsible for a couple of the slides and do the reading or the voiceover for the slides, the narrations for the slides. You'll also be in charge of the discussion for the week that accompanies your presentation week. And the discussions, you'll post 3 questions to the discussion topic, and your classmates will respond to the questions that you've posted, and you will be responsible for making responses as a team to your classmates' discussion prompts. This collaborative working and learning environment, I think, will be very helpful, and I think you'll enjoy it. I'll give you more information in written form within the course, but this was just a brief outline of the kinds of things you can expect in the course. I hope you enjoy the course this semester, and I look forward to getting to know you and to reviewing your work. Have a great rest of your vacation. Class starts January 12th.